Welcome to your Freestyle Friday tarot reading. The energy of Friday is luxury, honey. Okay, it's about letting loose, having a good time, but also it can deal with money. Okay, we're dealing with Venus energy, so this is about possessions. This is about love for certain people. Okay, so it really depends on what comes out. But usually it's going to be geared more towards finances or love, okay, or whatever you're trying to attract when it comes to possessions. Let's just go ahead and get started. So your first card is the fire element energy of what you are showing up as, how you want people to see you. It's also your intention, your will. So let's just go ahead and look at that. So we have the judgment card here. So this is your fire energy. So we know judgment deals with making a decision most of the time. It can deal with, regrets. It can deal with what we want to come about in the future. But this is also looking at yourself and being thoroughly honest about what has happened, what has transpired. So I feel like you're in a situation where you're really looking at yourself like, where did I go wrong, or what could I have done better? So that's an interesting way to start off. So water will be the next element that we're dealing with. And so this is going to talk about your feelings on the situation. It's going to talk about what you are hiding or what you're vulnerable about. So we actually got joy. So there's one or two things that I'm thinking for you, depending on who's watching this. Some of you feel as though you made the right decision on whatever you may have left behind or went towards. Joy is amazing, okay? This is like a beautiful, beautiful card within this deck. Emotionally speaking, you are feeling very, very good. Some of you, if you are not feeling good and you're like, that's not me, I don't know who she's talking about. If you are not feeling good at this time, that's what's holding you back. Like, that's what you're hiding. Like, you're afraid to experience joy. So if some of you are like afraid to go towards this new job or this new person, or maybe making a new move or whatever, it could be that you're afraid of your own happiness. You're afraid of your own success when it comes to your emotions. Okay, so depending on who you are in the situation, that'll be, your messages. So the next one we're going to is earth. Okay, so these are the material possessions. Okay, these are what materials may help you if you're trying to do something to attract something right now. This is also how the situation at hand will affect you coming towards the future. Okay, so we have equilibrium. So whatever decision you've made, this is going to bring you mental peace. You're not going to be stressing out over what's right, what's wrong. Internally speaking, your mind is going to be at ease. So this is beautiful, very cut and dry. Okay, for those of you who are trying to bring something in, I would say you may need legal help. You may need to take the emotions out of whatever you're doing. And try to be fair. Look at the pros and the cons and really look at what is actually happening, the reality of the situation. Be the judge for yourself in the situation. So the next element we're moving to is air, okay? This is your mental focus. This is maybe who you should take advice from. So we have daughter of earth. Your mental focus is to be stable. It could be stable and stability within your home life, like actual materials, or it could be that you're trying to be stable when it comes to your emotions and just who you're around, okay? So for those of you who are trying to figure out maybe who can help you in the situation right now, you can get advice from any earth sign. So that's Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. If you have one of those people in your life that you trust and they're of that sign, then go for it, okay? So the fifth card that I'm going to be pulling for you, this is the obstacles that you need to overcome. And it can also be mental blocks that are challenging you from making the right steps forward. So we have deception, okay? So I think some of you are having an issue with being honest with yourself, to be quite honest. I feel like this deception card is maybe things are way better than you're allowing yourself to feel. For those of you who are feeling very vulnerable with being happy and you feel like things suck, maybe you are your own blockage. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to really feel what's going on, and you have your head is just stuck in this cloud of darkness. And then for those of you who things are going pretty well for you, you need to make sure that if you have trust issues, like, that's fine, but make sure they're not just things you're making up in your head. Make sure they're actual things that you're seeing for yourself, okay? Okay, so the next card is going to be the end result. So how is all of this going to end for you? Whatever the situation is about, how is this going to end for you? This could also be how you can rectify whatever that obstacle was for you. Circumspection. Look at it very thoroughly. look at how everything's transpired from the beginning to your present time right now, and be very thorough with the details, okay? So for those of you who are like, I don't know what went wrong, let's go through it. Let's rake it with the fine-tooth comb and let's see what happened. Where are the bugs at, okay? For those of you who are feeling like this is great, I don't even know how I got here, but this is great. Let's go back down memory lane. Let's see what decisions, what mindsets, what goals that you achieved that got you to this point, okay? So whether it's a good situation or one that you're trying to understand and trying to make a good situation, either way, the outcome is going to be that it's going to be something that is, that takes a long time for you. A long journey is what I see. And I also feel like it's something that you are learning from, whether it's currently or you have already went through it. But regardless, you've learned. And so that's the beauty in all of this. And that's what all of this is about. So granted, this is one of the more, I would say, it could have been a job situation or I'm feeling a person. So it could have even been with money. Like maybe you spent the wrong amount of money or you spent it on the wrong person and you're like, okay, next time we're going to do this a little bit different. Okay, you can't buy happiness. Well, you can't. I think you can buy happiness. I just think you can't buy joy. You understand what I'm saying? There's a whole different meaning with that. But yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that this really helped you and, maybe gave you a little bit of insight in a quick amount of time. Thank you so much for joining me on this Friday, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.